All right, guys. Just like I said, I just want to end it so if anybody comes on late, they can watch that first quarterfinal matchup that we had and not feel like they got left out too much. So the top four is Hayes, Jeff, Gogolen, and Shaw. Um, I don't know what the bracket looks like to determine uh what the next round pairings are. If Cho put them in order, it's Hayes versus Shaw and Gogolen versus Jeff. If he didn't put them in order, it's unknown. So, but Show should be telling us here pretty soon, I would imagine. And if it's Hayes versus Shaw, we'll probably put that one on. And see where it goes. I also don't know what the other games are playing other than Shaw playing RTP. So we'll see in a little bit. I assume they'll give Jeff a break, but Shaw and Hayes have had a few minutes, so as long as they didn't start on another table, we should be, if that's a matchup, we should be able to grab them. I mean, there's 3 people that have been finished, so we should be able to grab whoever the 2 of them are playing and give Jeff a break. Looks like prize support is being given out to our top 8 players. I actually don't even remember what the prize support is. I probably should know that. Let's see. So it looks like they got a Darth Plagueis and a Sabine out of that for making the top 8, so that's cool. Oh, here we go. So the day 2 archetypes. So Hayes is on QMC Hunt Down V. Gogolen stuck with speeders and walkers. Shaw is on RTP and walkers, and Jeff is on Watch Your Step and EOPS. Bill played RTPv and walkers, which we saw on stream. Kessling played WAP and walkers, so it looks like walkers was a popular deck for Darkside on the top 8. AJ played WAP and Thrawn, and Sokol played Tig and EOPS. It doesn't feel like, I think, let's see. So Shaw stayed the same, probably made a few card choices. Gogolen stayed the same, probably made a few card choices. Hayes stayed the same, again, probably made some card choices. Jeff completely flipped. He was on QMC and HDV day one and switched to Watch Your Step and EOPS. It looks like Kafer stayed the same as well. Kessling switched off of QMC to WAP, but stayed with Walkers. AJ kept WAP but switched from from Hunt Down V to Thrawn, and Sokol completely switched to There's Good in Him and EOPS. So a lot of players decided to just stuck with what got them there. I feel like I think we were talking about it earlier today, me and Garrett, where I felt like the meta was so wide open that sticking, people might stick with what they had. It was really hard to try to predict anybody being on anything yesterday. For some of the people I know I was talking to um, at the event, they were having, they didn't really have a good read on what other people would do. Um, you know, it feels like Gogolen did well by staying on speeders since there are 4 walker decks. He had 50-50 chance on the first round of getting, well, of course he's playing one, so I guess that takes it out. But he had 2 people in the bottom half of the bracket play it that you know had probably an easier win against, and then um he's got potentially against Shaw, he'll have a decent chance against them too. um yeah, it looks like he beat Kessling's Walkers by 18, which it doesn't feel all that great from Walkers, I don't think. Um, so, and Shaw sticking with RTP. There's a couple of well, Hayes is on Hunt Down V, so I don't think that's the best matchup for Shaw. Um, and with Hayes sticking on QMC, there's 2 Walkers and the EOPS, which doesn't probably feel good for him. But his dark side, I think, plays well into most things other than probably speeders. Um, let's see. Yeah. So it looks like it's Hayes versus Jeff and Gogolen versus Shaw. So we will see what happens. As people know, not everybody tends to play it out, so we'll see if we get 2 games to pick from, one, or we just go straight to the finals. No, so my username is R Hendon. It's just my first initial last name. I'm not very creative with names. Yeah, I couldn't. I figured getting my name was more important than getting my username. I don't like that background. Yeah, here. I don't like that. There. Now it's easier to see. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like Jeff said they were gonna play it, and I think we're gonna take Greg and Gogolen over here though, anyways, just because Jeff was on stream. So it looks like we will have Feeders versus Walkers and Walkers versus RTP. And then Hayes versus Jeff is QMC versus EOPS, and Hunt Down V versus Watch Your Step. So we'll get, a battle of Hoth and the Empire trying to, and I guess episode 4, right? And then on stream, and then whatever bloodbath that ensues over on the other side. And I can. We'll see which side. I actually don't know who finished higher yesterday. Gogolen did, so he'll get to pick which side he wants to play. I was hoping they would have been over here by now, but I guess they're still taking a break. All right, well, I guess it's not coming on anytime soon, so I'm just gonna put us on a little bit of a break while I run and grab a drink real quick. Oops, put it there. Oh crap. I've been talking in this whole time and it hasn't been on. I apologize. So Shaw pulls Imperial Command with Ozzel, Veers with the Walker Garrison, third marker with you may start your landing. And
all right.
can you still hear me, Garrett? Oh, all right. Let's see what happened. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties while we figure us out. Garrett lost me on stream. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I can't hear Garrett now either. So Gogolen should be running
There we go.
Power Harpoon if nothing else. I assume that's also how he won game 1 against Kessling so big too. Like it just makes the Power Harpoon makes this matchup favor speeders fairly heavily, so I don't know if he's running the planet one though. And yeah, and Kessling said he crashed 2 walkers, yeah. So that's kind of what happens. Like it's an uphill battle for walkers to have to march in and stack enough that they you know can't to be able to shoot the generators. They have to shoot the generators, I think, to have a chance, just because well, I guess speeders makes it to where they can deploy in. Never mind. But since that removes the shields. But yeah, like yeah, Mike's saying he shot multiple speeders but was able to walk like the harpoon is a bigger deal than the AT cannons. Like crashing a vehicle during battle is so much worse. So Greg doing the normal start. Walker. No, we can't hear you at all, Garrett. I can't even hear you. Yeah. The stuff isn't even moving when Garrett talks, so I'm not sure what happened to him. Okay. So Greg drops cannons to go on the walker, moves everything over to the 4th marker, and we'll see what Chris can do on his turn.
Test. Why are you not getting any?
Yep. I can hear you now, and the thing's moving when you talk.
Okay. All right. So you can hear me. I'm just.
I think. Can everybody else hear Garrett now?
Hopefully.
Yep. Bill can hear you.
Awesome. Well, apparently just restarting Discord did it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I hate Discord.
I had to step away for a minute. My computer went to sleep, and that was it apparently just destroyed everything. So I notice no one's happy they can hear. They can just, oh, yeah, no, now we hear you. So. No, I do think exactly what you're talking about, that, the speeders. With Gogolen taking speeders and making top 8, I feel like I don't know that I would have played walkers, because that feels like a difficulty
Yeah,
So
while you were away, I also was talking about all the matchups, the archetypes for day 2, and there were 4 Walker decks, including Chris on his own, and he's the speeder deck, so you know, he had 2 matchups in the top 8 that of his potential matchups to get paired against Walkers, and then he's got 1 against Shaw here. So
yeah,
that's nice
so
for
like he
him.
could potentially, take and just roll speeders and getting a couple big wins
Yeah.
right into the championship right here. So
Yeah, this is like I said, and it's going to be an uphill battle, and apparently Kessling and Greg tweaked the Walker decks to make it worse against speeders and really
which is
help their
probably a make it
friend
better against
Gogol.
everything else, but yeah, certainly helps their friend Chris.
Yeah. It's so nice of them to help their friend Chris.
I mean, Chris is everyone's friend, let's be honest. So,
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
like we
this is
discussed, like everyone is actually friends now. We talked about this some yesterday. Like, you come to an event like this, basically you're friends with everybody. If you haven't met someone yet, it's just you haven't met your friend, but
yeah.
everyone's going to be having friends. And I see the Ascension guns getting grabbed by
Yeah.
Greg. I think that's a solid grab. Like, that's such a,
Yeah. You're going to be on their sites most of the game. So, having that
yeah,
just run wild over you is going to be very, very, very annoying.
yeah, you just need to keep that in check the whole
Yep.
time.
You got to shuffle
There's the sand.
because you knew what was on top, Gogolen. So,
Yep.
well,
So,
that's good for
oh,
Greg.
I mean, now if he gets the rapid fire, he can still, oh, no, he can't even do it because rapid fire is adjust.
Yep.
So he's going to have to
So,
start another battle. That's
yeah.
real bad for Gogolen, actually. That's bad for Chris.
Unless he's got a second power harpoon. But,
I mean, let's
yeah.
not go insane here. One power harpoon is kind of crazy and definitely like something we tested on our team with, you
yeah.
know, this just turns walkers into a romp pretty much. And yeah, that's really good for Greg to see that up there because now he's got to commit to a battle without the power harpoon just to get the harpoon back.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he's going to, like, any battle, he's almost going to probably burn one of the sand cards or sand activations just to get that card to his hand.
Yeah, which feels a little unfortunate as well. Like I think that's what we're seeing right here is Chris saying, well, I have to do this. So Commander Luke on a speeder, and let's see if I can draw a 9 for Total
Right.
Destiny. Like it's got Veers and is it Veers and Ozzel on there or Veers and somebody else?
Veers and Snozzle.
Okay, so yeah, a 9 would kill Veers and Ozzel. But like that's all you can
But on the
hope for.
other side of it, he also tutored for the power harpoons with pretty easily.
Yeah. Like now we
But
know he's got the harpoon, which is good.
he's going to lose, Luke
He's gonna lose a Luke here.
more than likely.
That missed the shot, so that's
That's a
actually
plus.
probably good for him. Yeah, had he
Yeah.
hit the shot, that would have been real bad. And grabs the card off of looks like he grabbed an incom engineer.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did he not grab a Hoth site?
Yeah, I think he did. He put his over.
Was that his 4th marker?
Yeah, because that's how he ascension guns.
Okay. I'm trying to see if the Ascension Guns is a auto. Trying to think the 4th marker was an auto come out.
I don't think it is because Shaw starts it, so I think it only makes you deploy the main power generators, or does it?
Okay, and then uh let's find out.
Nope, Hoth and first marker.
Okay, so yeah, you get the 4th marker because of the first marker going out.
Right.
So without that, yeah, I don't mind the dropping the fourth marker to cut his activation a little bit. That looks like enough of a draw to kill Veers, but not enough to kill Veers and Ozzel.
Yep. And it was
So,
enough, I think, by
because
Shaw
it's a
to get rid
6
of.
total. Like Shaw's already up enough in power. Gogolen might end up losing Luke anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, changing the odds to subtract 1. That might.
That'll not
Is that
break
going to
the
be enough to
immunity,
keep him?
but I don't know if it'll be
Ooh.
power wise. Shaw drew a 3 for the power, and I
Yeah.
thought a 6 for Destiny. Maybe it was a 5.
So 3 for power. So then he's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 19 to 3, 6, 12. Like, I still think you might have to lose Luke. Like, peeling feels real bad.
I mean, he's starting to peel, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he might be. He might be deciding that, he'll take a shot that he gets another 2 draws with Luke. All right. Oof.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's rough because his other Luke is also stacked on there. Like,
yeah, like he might
so
end up he got like the 2 worst cards stacked on there. So it's stuff he
pretty much.
absolutely has to take right away.
Well, like the Luke wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't stack the harpoon. Like stacking the harpoon, making him have to battle
Yeah.
into that. That was worst case scenario.
The Luke you have 2 of. So like you can play
Right.
around that a little bit. The harpoon,
Right.
you only have 1, and it's so important to this matchup. Like
And if he had gotten one or the other, like, or if he had maybe Zev to go in there and fire a shot and just, or go Zev to go in there and just get beat down or something, I
yeah,
guess. Like,
drop Zev, start the battle, pitch Zev.
maybe.
Although you only get 1 battle destiny with Zev, so that would have hurt
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's stacking that was the absolute worst thing for Chris.
Yeah. So, but
It's
now
just
he's got to respond to it. I mean, on the other side, it does make it in his hand.
right. And
So
if
in
he's got
theory, he can
rapid
drop
fire, like,
any speeder.
well, and if he's got rapid fire, you can.
Oh, and the ping takes his Twix off the. This game is going poorly.
Yeah, this
And
is
especially when this is this should be this has the combo to just destroy walkers, and he's losing. The deck is completely failing him. This is like the worst throne room main scene I've seen in a long time.
yeah, and I mean Shaw's got a pretty strong hand. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
maybe Shaw doesn't want to battle here and just move into the third marker. Now,
Oh, nope,
like,
not with Tarkin. No,
no.
you go for it.
Shaw wants to battle here now.
For sure. You're gonna go for the battle. Like he's like, all right, I'm gonna put a card down with Kavis destroyed, activate 1, then I'm gonna search immediately. So I'll wait to shuffle for a minute.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like that's a reasonable way to do that and kind of minimize. You can't chain those actions quite as easily in Gemp. Like it takes a little bit of your clock. In live play, you can certainly do that. So with the cannons plus the binocs, I think he's shooting at like a +4. Oh, and Ozzel's not even going to be a pilot. We're just going to put Thrawn down there too. Good golly gee. Get the extra power from Thrawn. Whew. Pretty sure Greg's got a battle here. Like, I don't see any reason not to. Because he can't power Harpoon right now because the Harpoon costs 1 to fire.
Yeah.
So even if he rapid fires out the Harpoon, he still has to pay for it. And he doesn't have the Force. So I think this could be rough. Like, especially if he hits Rogue One, this could be bad.
Yeah, he hit Rogue One.
That he did. This is not good.
No.
Because yeah, now he's at 7, 10, 12. I mean, he's 12 plus a battle destiny to 6 plus 2. And I get grabbing Luke there. I'm not sure I wouldn't have done it a turn earlier, or I'm not sure I wouldn't have just waited on it. Unless you have another Luke, like...
You don't say your game didn't go like this, Mike. Like
And a 6 for total battle destiny, which is just going to be probably Thrawn. Yeah, Mike, you clearly the problem was you didn't play it as well as Greg did. I think you should have a talk with Greg.
Yeah.
You should ask Greg how to play the game like this.
You obviously didn't have the magic cuts.
Yeah, that's... Or Mike's on here just catching fire. Like, look, I got wrecked, and now they're making fun of me. This is how this works. Mike, you should know this by now. So... I mean, Chris has got a... The upside is he does have a turn to wait on the answer. Like, he could absolutely just move his guys into the third marker and wait for Greg to move in, because Greg's not doing anything until he moves into the third marker. Problem with that is, in this case, because of the light side objective, the third marker is a battleground.
Yep.
So... And we see him grabbing Hobby. I think he's got to pull one of the sites out. Yep, pull the third marker to reduce the activation again. I mean, that leaves Shaw at 2, 4, 6.
I'm sure
force.
Mike's game went somewhat similar, where he was getting choked, but that was about all that went similar.
He didn't get the whole, well, I can waste both his stacks on...
Oh, and Shaw's got the trample if he deploys the speeder first.
And he has to. Oh, my goodness.
Mike's game did not go like this at all.
And honestly, if he drops the speeder alone, which he has to, and it gets trampled, I would immediately quit the game if I was...
Yeah, it looks like he deployed...
He deployed Zev. Okay. Yeah. So he didn't run into the unpiloted.
Yeah.
God, had he done like Luke on his speeder, I would have been...
Yeah.
I'd have felt so bad. Like, wait, hold on Luke. Squish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a guarantee, because you got to draw less than a 7, and there are some 7s in the deck. The Income Engineer to add 2 to the total battle destiny. I mean, I like Chris's playing this as aggressively as he can. He says, look, this is all I've got for me, so I got to take a shot at it.
Well, yeah, because
keep your eyes open, which would have been great a couple turns ago, but not with the Power Harpoon.
Yep.
So it's maneuver plus... Oh, yeah, that got it.
Yeah.
Greg's like, oh, this is what's happening. Mike's watching this going, now this looks familiar.
Yeah.
So now he is power 0 and draws no battle destiny.
Well, he can still add one with Tarkin.
Yeah, good point. So he's power 0 and draws a battle destiny.
Yeah. But he can't fire.
He can't fire. He can't move.
Can't trample.
He can't do anything. So, because all of that stuff requires a piloted blizzard, and if it's crashed, it can't be piloted.
Well, that's a good draw.
Yeah. Up 6 will kill Zev, which is not what... Yeah. I mean, Chris is now going to have to figure out how to get around. He just lost his Power Harpoon. Like, he's probably going to have to walk-line it back.
Yeah.
I mean, Power Harpoon is...
But he can't, because Shaw has Coward. He still has ability at that site.
Yeah. He'll have to figure out some way to... Like, he can't do it right now.
Yeah. Well, Shaw can pay to drain and bury it.
Yeah, and he'll have to.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And I think he'll ping as well.
oh that's
No,
true.
because it's got to be a piloted walker, I think.
Oh okay.
Now let's look.
I don't know.
I don't remember what the TARD is called. You may start your landing.
You occupy with an
With an
AT-AT.
AT-AT. Oh, wow. Yeah, he would still get to ping.
He
The
should still be
crashed
able to ping,
AT-AT.
and he can pay to drain and bury that power harpoon. And I mean, they're
Yeah.
neither one
And I
has an
think you've got
amazing
it.
hand.
So, and yeah, power harpoon is it is absolutely the walker's killer. Like if you can get it and you can set it up, like you can make their deck potentially falter really badly. Although in this case, like
He should
I
be
don't think
pinging.
vehicle weapons and electrobinocs can transfer. I think it's just character weapons. So
Yeah, which Gogolen was going to put
yeah,
battle plan.
Gogolen's going to put out battle plan. Because you need to be able, he's probably looking at like Haven plus hobby on ship.
It looks like Greg's going to forego doing damage.
Okay. You may start
Maybe
your
not.
landing is on not a May.
Yeah, I don't think it is. He should still ping. Oh, crash rules. Let's see.
I just texted Chris. I don't know who's the judge there, but Gogolen does need to take a damage because you may start your landing is not a May. Yeah, and Chris is on it.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it's no longer an AT-AT.
Yeah, it's still an AT-AT, and he still occupies it. It feels dumb, but it is still an AT-AT and still occupies. And I think both players are looking at it going, what the heck?
Oh, wait. It does say pilots are treated as passengers. But that
Doesn't matter. You still
yeah.
occupy.
Yeah, though they still occupy the pilot capacity. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, it should still apply, I think.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. So
Yeah, it
I think they're
says
double checking with Greg right now.
they
I mean, we
they
do have
still
the rules
provide
advocate on site.
presence. Yeah, they still provide presence
Yeah,
normally on enclosed vehicles, so it should still.
it's
We still
effectively a landed starship.
right.
It behaves exactly the same as a landed starship, which is the characters on board provide presence, provide ability, but don't provide ability towards drawing battle destiny. And it's otherwise completely worthless. But in this specific edge case where it does still cause a ping, I think.
No, the walker must be pilot. They still occupy the pilot capacity, but they can't pilot.
And there's nothing that says the walker must be piloted. It says if you occupy
No,
with an AT-AT.
the you may start your landing.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
For the AR entry, walker must be piloted. Ping crashed equals unpiloted. Okay. Yeah, crashed walker can't be piloted. All right, fair enough. Can't get all the calls right, so that's what we have.
Because English language is hard enough as it is that you can't. That occupy now has to be redefined.
I think it's more just clarifying so this kind of case doesn't happen. You're like, look, it's a crashed walker. How in the heck am I still taking damage from it? So And I like Blizzard 4 taking Veers or taking Tarkin and moving over so you can move target and try and dry into your Blizzard 2 and
Well, and
just deploy there and go at it.
I mean, Gogolen used perimeter scan to stop the download, but Gogolen only activated 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
Yeah, Gogolen's not activating much either. Like this is not a.
No, he's got Walkling, so yeah, 8.
Yeah, he's not in a great spot either. Like they're both. Him losing that Twix is actually gonna, I think, end up being real important because they're both just not activating. Greg's got 2 cards in hand.
Right.
One of them an AT-AT cannon, and I don't know what the other one is.
Trample.
Okay. Oh yeah. we talked about this.
Yeah. We got sidetracked. You may start your landing because.
So he's got a dash and speeder. Like, are we gonna see him get a speeder trampled and this whole game just turn into sad faces for everyone?
Yeah.
Like,
Mike's going, where was this game for me?
Yeah. Mike is Mike's already started on the 4 roses, I think, and calling it a weekend. He's
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, 3 for dash. All right. And 3 for wedge as a pilot. Okay. So if he draws 2, you can do it. And I think this is fine. You get the battle, you get the card draw off your effect or your objective.
Yep.
Which is nice to get extra cards. And now you're just trying to, you just got to shut him down. Like, you're going to kill Tarkin, which is fine. But if he draws high.
It's Ozzel, isn't it?
Oh, is that Ozzel? Okay. Yeah. Ozzel's actually much worse. Like if you draw.
He's still got it.
He's got to draw 5. Like he's only drawing 1, so it's not a gimme. But a 5 would be a solid shot. So I believe Dash is immune to less than 6 because of Garrison. So the income bonus should be +2, yeah. So he'll get that. So he's got a good chance at hitting the hitting it. And there he put a card on the bottom to use the 5th marker. Put the trample down to get a random card. All right. I think I would have liked to leave the trap. Oh, that is bad. That's a 4. That's just Ozzel.
Yep.
That's a 2, so he's immune. And I think it's probably about Ozzel cover.
I think the power was equal, so.
I think if not,
maybe like 1 or 2 from Gogolen.
Yeah, Gogolen might have been I think it might be a dead equal because I think it's like 3, 6. No, I think the Gogolen might have been ahead by 1 or 2, but he'd have to eat the Ozzel's forfeit covers. Where did he activate that one from? Is that his objective or something that lets him activate one like that?
I'm not sure why he activated that one. Oh, 3rd marker. That's right.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's his third marker.
It's virtual 3rd marker, which means I don't remember it. So this is why I love our chat folks who help us out and remind us when we ask dumb questions like, why did he do that? So all good. And there's the ping because he does now have a piloted walker there, and those power harpoons are buried. But like he's got a chance. I mean, I almost think Greg's got to walk away from the 3rd marker.
Yeah, probably.
Like you can't just battle into him there, and I don't know what you're going on with.
I mean, I don't know if he has any actual cards. He has a gray card, it looks like, so he
Yeah, I think he's got a dude and a gun. No, I think the gray card is the gun. Oh no, it is dude. What? Is it a gun or is it a dude? I'm not sure.
I think he put
I
that gun
again
back.
tilted my head to be but then I think he went and got it.
Oh, maybe he did.
I again tilted my head to try and get a better view from the camera angle. Like,
Blizzard 4 can't carry the AT-AT cannons.
yeah, AT-AT cannons say non-maintenance cost.
So
Walker.
I'm not 100% sure if he could transfer vehicle weapons anyway, but
That's a secondary question. I don't
yeah.
think vehicle weapons can transfer, but I'm going to let our rules advocate handle that. I just know Blizzard 4 can't handle the cannons either way. So, unless you wanted to put in a non-V cannon just for giggles, which feels like you'd only do it in something like the Tom Walkers where,
Oh, they can.
oh, vehicle weapons can transfer? Okay.
During a deploy phase, you may transfer a weapon or device from one of your character's vehicles or starships to another such card present with the targeted character, vehicle, or starship.
Fair enough.
But AT-AT cannons can't go on maintenance.
Yeah. I like how he's thinking of walking him into the first marker and just squishing the engineer. Now that does shut off Walkling.
Well, no, he
Shut
got
off
rid of the
Coward.
trample.
Oh yeah. Well, he could draw another one. He's got a couple in deck, I'm sure. It does shut off Coward though.
Yeah, no, I was just saying he did get rid of it for
yeah.
Trying to draw into something useful.
Yeah. Which I don't blame him for. Like at this point, you're trying to make something happen. So I think if I'm Gogolen, I just drain, drop Coward, or drop Simple Tricks. And again, force him to.
I mean, he could also drop Luke. I mean, he saw, because I think Shaw put the trample back with the 5th marker, so
Yeah,
Gogolen
he
saw
did.
him put it back. Like, he had to reveal it. So,
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if Shaw had a trample, I think he's going to squish the engineer here.
I don't know.
I mean, at some point, you're going to want simply so you could drain through it too. Like,
Shaw
he might not do it right now.
Shaw knows he has Rogue One and Luke in hand, or he should.
Yeah.
Because he pulled Rogue One from his deck and he took Luke from Sand, so he should know about both of those and know that Gogolen can't, like, a trample is super valuable against that.
Yeah. So, but as I said, I think I'm Gogolen. I might just activate, walk the engineer away, and save some force for next turn and drop Simple Tricks and say thanks. Like if you can get a the Jawas on Ha that quickly strip the AT-AT cannon off one thing and put it on their own Sandcrawler carrying an AT-AT cannon.
I thought that. Now maybe y'all played the different speeders, but I thought most of them usually played 2 Rogue Ones, 2 Lukes. Like,
yeah. So I'm wondering if we see the Eli Vanto. He doesn't have Haven in reserve, I don't think.
oh, okay.
I saw
he also
one
fielded
effect.
Oh.
He gets a marker. Okay, so he is out of Rogue One, so he has the Luke, but no Rogue One. That makes it definitely harder. And Chris passed on draining. I don't know that I love that. I might have gone for the drain just to get the turn on the Weather Vane as well. Like, try and make something happen here.
That's got to be Rogue 3 then in his hand.
Is it? Or I think that's Rogue 4, actually. I think that's Zeb. I think that's Hobby's speeder. So.
No, that looks like Rogue 1.
No, that's Rogue One. Yeah, and does Greg have the trample?
I thought he had Rogue One in his hand. We're just trolling.
He does not, and that's gonna hurt.
Viewers just trolling me over here, telling me it's 2 Rogue Ones already. I was like, I saw the picture. It looks Rogue One. I don't
throwing
know
Hobby on there as a co-pilot.
I'm just saying,
I think
like
he. I
looking at his
don't think
hand,
he
it looked like a
lost.
Rogue One.
Yeah, no, I think it was Rogue 3. I think he lost Honor. He peeled that. He didn't peel Rogue One. He lost the Rogue One in battle, but he did have the second one. I think the viewers are misremembering. Mike's remembering his game and not the game he's watching. And
Mike's just going to sleep dreaming of Rogue Ones dancing in his head.
yep. And there's 2 and a 4, which is cute. There's a 5, which Luke is fully immune to, although that'll kill the engineer.
He got rid of the engineer.
Yeah, and he's going to have to be the engineer because Hobby won't cover the full 5. So I don't think he's going to overflow him here. Yeah, the 5. I mean, he's power 13 plus 5.
I believe he lost 2 speeders. I just didn't think he lost 2 Rogue Ones.
Oh, yeah. That could he have Unitad one back? Was that the?
No, Unitad's in his lost pile already too.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Oh, I guess I mean there is an effect on the site, but
Yeah,
I was pretty sure Unitad was in his lost pile at one point too.
Yeah,
But
at this point we're not entirely sure what all happened. Just lots of things have hit the lost pile, and all right.
I wish the camera was a little clearer because that does not really look like Unitad on that site. But I don't know what else.
I think it is because I don't know what else it would be. Like
there just doesn't look to be any text in between.
Yeah.
Uni and Ta.
Keith's like, we didn't all miss it, Mike. Keith, Mike had a very rough morning. Okay,
I
he
was
had
only
multiple
going off of
walkers crashing. Like, let's give him some grace, and let's lower your expectations for me and Rob, because
I was going off the what I saw in his hand. It looked like Rogue One was sitting in his hand because I can see.
We'll remember some things, and we'll see some things, but there's a lot of stuff going on sometimes. So there's a Blizzard 2. There's another walker. Like, he's got a couple more walkers. He's just got to get to one and have it survive third marker and not get just blown up there. So he's
well, now he just has to craft his hand again. Like, he's got to get a walker and some forfeit, and Gogolen can't power harpoon him now.
He's got to put
he needs to put
Craig's got to put a body at the fourth marker, simply to stop the here's a weather vane
retrieval,
and I'll stop your weather vane retrieval getting the power harpoon back, because otherwise Gogolen's going to drain, get back the power harpoon, and say, come get some.
Well, it's in common something else than power harpoon, I believe. So
weather vane is any card.
Oh,
weather vane is so good because it's literally a retrieve a card. It's any card. Right. Yeah, Walkling would have been harder, but weather vane is just insanely good for that. So he'll just be like, I'll get this one back. What's the card that makes walkers cry? Let's play that again. Yeah, so I might as well leave sand turned up. Like, it's fine. We know what weather vane is. So
I don't mind this either.
All right.
You saw him draw his wild card in that battle, so it feels pretty safe to do this.
Like, honestly, if he had space, I think he'd have played it.
Yeah.
So again, is that Director Krennic on Eli? Which is great because it does, again, it shuts down that weather vane. Shuts down the power harpoon coming back, so he's got at least a little bit more time to try and create something.
Why is our tournament director subscribing? He should be running 2 tournaments.
Chris is a Hall of Famer and multi-talented. Let's just let him do his life. Like, I've run a lot of tournaments before, and there is spots where you have a little bit of downtime. Like, you could just be sitting and waiting for results, and
I've never had downtime. This isn't fair.
Well, you got to run them more efficiently. If you yell at the players and threaten to smack them if they make judge calls, it runs everything quickly.
Yeah, so he actually He actually, well, he also has Greg there to do the rules.
Yeah. And again, threatening people threatening throw bottles of whiskey at people will get them to do what you tell them to.
Having the rules advocate there makes it a lot easier to run events.
Yeah. So getting a lot of subscribers today. That's awesome.
Then you know how crash vehicles work.
Yeah. And about the AR on You May Start Your Landing.
Yeah.
So.
Because.
Armor 2. All right. So we're seeing. Chris is pulling. He pulls one for Walker Sight. I thought we looked at this.
Ryan.
I don't think he can pull Walker Sighting.
Ryan just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
With T47 in game text. Oh, you're Rebels and T47 at sites. Okay. All right. So that he can do. Okay. Forgot it was in there. So he doesn't drain, move some guys over. And there's Silent Juice. Nick subscribing. There we go.
Well, no, Ryan gifted 5 tier subs.
Whatever. That's fine. And that's why we got a subscriber.
Yep.
Card Shark, Mr. from Mars, Ed Chien, Nick. Only one name I don't recognize. Fox3. I'm not sure who you are.
Yep.
But thank you for watching with us and enjoy your tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much to Mr. Surson for a total of 14 gifted subscriptions. It's awesome.
Sean just threw his cards down. He's so mad that he can't activate that Blizzard 2. He's so mad that he dropped it on the floor so he could pick it up later and draw it off of the floor.
And it was actually the card he dropped on the floor. Yeah, he's like, what am I supposed to do here? And now he's going to have to...
He's so tilted he can't get that Blizzard 2.
I mean, that's his out. Like, without Blizzard 2, he's...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what he's expecting to do here. That is his only out.
Yeah, I would say it's karma for beating up a little kid last round, but
beating up someone younger than younger than at least one of my children. I think just one. I think AJ's just younger than my son. Logan is younger than 2 of my 3 kids. So, and then Benji and Apollo are younger than all of them, and I don't need to be reminded that.
I still remember Worlds 2016 when Grady and his son Vince came, and Vince was younger than when Angelo won Worlds. It was quite hilarious.
So while we go through this,
can't activate that Blizzard 2.
Logan pointed out in a comment that Sam Tashima and I played for a Bespin regional championship. We played a final confrontation before his parents even met. Like, not before he was born, but before there was even a concept of him being born. And I did not appreciate knowing that. And there's the change in the odds to take, I think you got to take the trample. Oh, takes the command out of play.
No, I don't think you were.
I mean, there's so many options. Yeah, like.
Well, yeah, but he's got his.
You don't care about trample because he doesn't have a walker. Like,
right. He can't activate Blizzard 2.
Greg's like, at some point I will get a goddamn walker, but not today.
He's like, at some point, well, he has one. He's got a Blizzard 4 in his hand.
Yeah, but that's not the walker he needs. Yeah, I mean, he's trying everything. Good. I mean, honestly, both players went into this with there were some. They both had some serious, weird things happen, and it's awesome watching great players try and figure out the lines to come through from this and make okay, things aren't going my way.
Yes, that AT.
How do I fix this? Yes. It is. It took a power harpoon and crashed, and then after Veers had already died on it, but it killed the power harpoon in response, and now Gogolen's just doing everything he can to figure out how to get the stupid power harpoon back, and Greg's doing everything he can to just stay alive. Yeah. Find his Blizzard 2 or his Markwand in Blizzard, whatever Markwand is on. There's Blizzard 4. Oh, no perimeter scan.
Not yet.
So he could go get a dude. And I feel like, is that a Kessel run? Is that back card, or was that the Walker sighting him? Goes and gets Pelinon, who's fine. Like, and he forfeits for 8. Like, that's what Pelinon does.
He enables free drains.
Yeah. He forfeits for 8, and he, flips the objective back. There's Blizzard Scout 1, who is interesting.
But also can't carry the cannons.
Yeah. That would be actually kind of cool if it could. Like, the recoil just kicks it back a marker site, but it's still allowed to shoot. Like,
yeah.
That would be an insane thing to figure out the mechanics on, but it'd be fun. So,
yeah,
like, I like what Greg is doing there with just, okay, I've got to figure out something. Like, let's start draining. I'll get a ping. We'll try and make something happen.
I think Kieran's gone, but I'd like to see him going, hey, what's up with that Walker's auto setup now?
No, I mean, the Walker still had the auto setup. It was like we talked about it. This is the how you beat Walkers. And, when everything went bad for Gogolen early, he's still managing to crawl out of it and climb back a little bit. It's just close.
He's advantaged in it for sure, but
yeah, okay, it's Walker sighting. That's the one force, that last force. Looked like Kessel run at a quick glance.
But Shaw struggling to find Blizzard 2 to transfer the cannons is definitely hurting.
Well, and Shaw's got a second cannon if he needs it. He can't find Blizzard 2, and that's the killer for him right now.
He can't find anywhere to put it.
Like, I think he almost has to just not Echo Base destroyed this turn just so he knows he can activate Blizzard 2.
Yeah.
And then it's simply going to be can I draw into it?
Well,
can I draw into it with enough force left? Because Chris really isn't doing a lot of damage to him.
No.
Like, if Chris wants to
drain for 1 and pay 3 to drain for 1.
Yeah. Like, I think he has to pay 3 to drain for 1 once. I think he got to turn the Weather Vane, get that harpoon back, and make the threat. Because I don't think you're going to Hoth necessarily. Like, I don't see any value in trying to go to Hoth right now unless you get the Haven and the... Oh, he says, nope, I'm going to take back Rogue Zev. Okay.
He gets to, doing that to at least get the Weather Vane off was probably worth it, but...
Yeah, I think getting the Weather Vane off was worth it. I don't think I'd do it a second time.
No.
Like, do it to get the Weather Vane off.
But the other problem is, I think his space in his hand is just Honshu and the Falcon.
Which is not enough.
No.
I mean, maybe it is if you have Haven, but he doesn't have the Haven right now, and honestly, like, that's going to be most of his force pile just to put that down.
Yeah.
Like, and there's we'll see Luke move in front of the 4th marker just to stop the drain. Yeah, I mean, Chris needs a space card or 2. That one's nice for... Honestly, I think you use that Bith Shuffle combo. I think you use it on the moment the moment he gets a card. There's the search for the Weather Vane. Oh, wild card was in there.
The problem Chris went turn 1 because he stacked Power Harpoon, so he had to battle to get Power Harpoon off Sand. He's never had really a chance to pull Haven this game. He's had to do stuff in battle so much.
Forcing the shuffle on Greg just to make it possible. Oh, I'd have done it too. I might have done it after he activated 1 just to really try and tilt him. Like, let him think he was going to get it and just be like, hold on, after you activate 1. Because, like, sometimes that's good to do. Like, tilting your opponent isn't always a bad thing.
Nope. Well, now Shaw might as well put a card back in.
Yeah. Now you
activate 1.
Why not? At least then you know you're not activating that bottom card. And
right.
I swear, if he goes for the guns and like Blizzard 2 is in there, I could actually see him just throw the deck up in the air. Like, I'm done.
It's there.
Blizzard 2 is in there still. Looks like he's got Markwand in the deck, though. Oh, I mean, laughing at Greg's pain seems mean, but I don't feel bad doing it. So Greg's in a tough spot here. Poor Greggy. I don't think I've ever heard him called Greggy before, but we can go with it. Yeah, he'll get a drain of 1, and then he doesn't get a ping off. You may start your landing, because I don't think Pelinon's a commander.
Well, you have to control for... He actually is a commander. I looked it up, but you have to control for the attack position, but he should still get 1 for you may start your landing as Blizzard 4 is out.
Yeah, it's the...
Pelion says he commanded, so I believe he's a commander.
Could be. I always remember with the you may start your landing is Pelion, is it control the system and occupy the site or vice versa? Well, it's actually okay because he activated the Markwand so he can get the walker down.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just if he would have been able to get Blizzard 2, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're fine with whatever walker you can drop.
Yeah, because I mean, he can transfer stuff, move it over, and move the other walkers over too, and have some sort of protection for it.
So now here's a question: if that is Markwand, and I'm not positive it is, I think that might be the other one, but so Markwand says cards he hits may not apply ability towards drawing Battle Destiny. If you hit Rogue 1, well, I guess Luke draws 2 if unable to otherwise, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
So I say the question is, if you hit Rogue 1, does that stop the characters? Does it stop the ship from applying ability? Yeah, so it's Blizzard 8 anyways, so I think that just makes them power -2 or something. Oh, no, just draws a Battle Destiny. All right, fine. Do what the cards say. Craig, Bill, you of all people should know that is not exactly how this game goes. Just do what the cards say. The cards say lots of things.
I mean, Greg might be able to get a shot off next turn.
Yeah, because he can shoot from the 3rd.
Yep.
So you might as well take the shot at it. So...
And he's got some forfeit, and Blizzard
I mean, between
has a pilot
Pelinnon and a bunch of forfeit, you're okay. Like,
and you've got a lot of power.
Yeah, you lose the +1 from the 3rd marker, which hurts a little bit. Like, it's not an easy shot because you're just gonna be drawing it probably just like plus. Well, I think you're drawing at like +3.
Well, he's got the
binocs are 2, and the cannon's a +1, and then occupying is 1.
Yep.
So you'd be +4. So you need to draw 5. That's not easy, but it's doable. And we see Zev come out here.
What are the odds he draws Blizzard 2 for his Weapon Destiny, though?
Just, we're really enjoying Greg's pain a little too much here, I think.
Well, and look, I mean...
But again, like, I can't stop myself from doing it, so
Gogolen doesn't have a lot of force down.
Yeah, Gogolen, Greg has honestly played this very, very well in the all I can do is grind you and keep grinding phase. Greg has played this. This is honestly going back and watching this is almost a master class in nothing is going right. How do I
For either
just
player.
keep working my way through it and trying to find my line?
I mean, really for either player.
Yeah, I mean, this game did not start well for Gogolen at all, and he's still. I mean, he's activating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's activating 9 now because he put or no 10 because he's got walk lane. Like neither of them are activating much. They're both, you know, they aren't getting any of the stuff they want going. Like this is not a
No, it's
this has not been a gimme game by either one of the player.
no, because you just don't
You don't
occupy.
occupy. It would, I think, if there was if he occupied with it. So I will double check here.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have a
Add one for each marker set you occupy, 2 if you control.
yeah.
So yeah, it's straightforward.
Blizzard 1 doesn't even have a permanent pilot anyway, so
Yeah. But again, it would if he had a passenger on it. If he'd have left Pelin on there, he would have been able to.
yeah, but that just
So honestly, like if he had left, if he had moved Pelinon onto the Blizzard Scout and left Pelinon there on Blizzard Scout 1 as a pilot, he would have been able to. That's so dumb.
Well, no, but Luke's there. Luke can just battle.
Yeah, but then you're like, okay, fine. I probably just lose Pelinon and then I take a shot at it.
Well, yeah, but then you lose Oh, you're saying leave the Blizzard Scout there, but then he might he might have to lose at the marker site where he's got the cannons, the third marker. So
yeah, it's not a gimme. So and here we see we're going to Haven.
Yep.
So he can't battle, but Chris says, okay, well, I'm going to stop the drain. I'm going to mess with everything. And yeah, he gets the -1 from we're in attack position now for the. And he just kind of empties his hand and says, okay, let's make all this happen, and moves Wedge onto Zev. I think Zev has better immunity. I think Zev's less than 6 and Dash is less than 4.
That's right.
So I feel like there's something with Echo Base Garrison that like it gets
so he should be able to
Rogue T-47s are immune to attrition less than 4, less than 6 if the matching pilot's aboard. So he should be, I mean, Dash, if Zev is, well, yeah, I guess, I mean, if Zev's naturally immune to less than 6 with that, then Dash should be as well. Because Dash would be the matching pilot. So yeah, here's the shot to blow the generators, and I do think he needs a 5. Yep, Dash is immune to less than 6 as well. That's what I thought. I think I remember I was playing it once on Gemp, and I remember wondering about it. So, and yeah, Greg just showed 4, which tells me he thinks he adds 4.
I mean, if he blows it here, this is going to be really rough for Gogolen.
Yeah, Gogolen losing that 5 is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Like Gogolen is, and part of it is like the walker sighting that would normally be a quick 3 retrieval. Gogolen can't use because there's a walker on.
Right.
On Hoth, and there's always going to be. That Crash Blizzard 1 is going to block it completely forever. Like, even if he could clear the rest of it, he can't get rid of Blizzard 1 in any way. So, blowing the generators is going to be huge here. So, and it'll also cut 2 more activation from Chris. Like, that would cut Chris's activation to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think Chris.
Granted, he'd only have about 8 cards left, but it's still
Well, I think Chris has 15 cards down, and I mean he's got a good sized hand, but he's got probably around 23, 25 cards. So losing a
Yeah.
fifth of your total life force at that point is a little
See,
bit. It's nothing to sneeze at for sure.
Yeah, he's got about 15 down. You're right. As I say, I don't think he's got that many, but that's about what he spent last turn, and he spent everything. Oh yeah, it's 8 because it's the light side generators. Nick, no, he does not. The target the main generator says shoot from the third or inside it. So you can shoot from the third.
Oh yeah. So yeah, losing 8 out of 25 is even worse.
Yeah, that 8 would be bad. And again, the extra 2 to the losing the 2 activation as well. That doesn't feel like a lot, but there's definitely spots where that's going to be important. So I think it'll depend a lot on if Greg's got a command for up in space, though. If he doesn't have a command,
he's got
that space battle's going to get out of hand. Brutal. Yeah, I think he does have one.
He's not shooting? Did I miss something?
Did we all miss something? I had target pulled up.
Oh no, if within range. He's not within range. No, because it says
okay.
if at third marker or lower, your AT&T cannon may fire if within range. I think the other site blocks it.
I don't know what the range is to.
I think it's just adjacent.
See, I thought the
same or adjacent site. That's the range on it.
Oh yeah, the range, the non-V rangefinder adds 1 to the range. So that was why, because I remember there was something where we were like, no, we could. You're right. He can't shoot from there, and he can't move. If he moves, he can't control. He doesn't control, so he can't move it with him. All right. Does so put Merrick Steele up in space? Maybe? Nope. Brett Steele down. That Merrick Steele, I think that was one of the OCS foils. That is just so pretty. I got a couple of those, and I like the card is fine. I love the art.
Oh no, the art's great. The card sucks.
And we see Tarkin move up a lot. Like, I think he's going to go after it in space. He's got the command, and
he's kind of forced to.
I think you're right. I mean, he's in a tough position no matter what. So.
But I think we've only got about 10 to 15 more minutes in this game, too.
Yeah, this game is running. Like I said, both players have absolutely played this
on their
out as much as they can from their back foot the entire way. And it's what can we do here?
It feels like, honestly, they're playing this game and it's like, what more can go wrong?
Disembarking characters off a crashed vehicle cost a force. I'm pretty sure that got missed.
Oh yeah, I think it did.
That's.
I remember reading that now. I now feel bad because I remember reading that it got. Yeah, it costs 1 force per character. We'll have to let Sean know next time he has Blizzard 1 gets shot down.
Next time his Blizzard Walker gets crashed. Probably let Gogolen know too if he's going to be crashing vehicles. Oh, okay. So yeah, Gogolen.
Maybe he did, but like, yeah, I mean, it definitely does cost a force.
I will say, Bill, I think Google would have known that as well. So like, there's Cassian as a pilot or passenger, looks like. Yeah, it's much harder. Have you ever tried getting out of a crashed walker? It's a process.
No.
The ladder doesn't work anymore. Like, come on, this is
just jump out the window.
Okay, those windows are still really high up, and I don't know why
It's
you think
crashed.
that.
It's on the ground. See, it's turned sideways. The face
The
is on the
head
ground.
of that walker is still very large, and it's a long drop onto some hard packed snow. Like
That
as a
looks
Minnesotan, I do a lot of.
that
I'm
looks like
familiar
soft
with
snow.
snow.
It's a fresh
No,
snow on there.
it's too hard frozen. It's a very cold planet. That is hard packed snow, and it would be an unpleasant drop.
Well, that was
Sorry,
good.
guys, but this is what happens when all we're seeing is a lot of just, okay, you put a couple guys down and is moving things. You're gonna
I
listen
mean,
to us talk, but he's
I
making
think
a play in
Gogolen's.
space. Like
Yeah, he's got to be
Gogolen's doing
here.
everything he can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see the command. And honestly, I think he's got to grab the command at that point. So he
Yeah.
gets to look at his cards and grab one. And I think it should probably be the Leia. Just get the character out, get a good destiny. The We're Doomed is a lost it, or it's still actually used.
It's
You
still
could have
used
grabbed
right now.
We're Doomed and saved yourself a force. He might have done that.
Yeah. Both players
There's the
need to grab his
command.
command.
Yeah. This yeah, if you can't knock him out of space, I don't think you can win. Like the thing is, I think he's still gonna be in a decent spot in space. Like he's still getting the destiny of power. He's total battle. He's still +1 with Ray. You got a little bit of forfeit fodder up there.
Yeah, I mean, Shaw's drawing 2
And
Battle Destiny.
grabbing the command is big. Like if you have to lose wild card, you're like, okay, I'll lose wild card. Like,
Oh, and he's adding.
and he's using Cassian. Will take him. He's adding instead. Oh, not without sight.
Yeah.
So, and you've got Cassian to stop one of them.
Right. Oh no, he's just he's stopping the power attrition destiny.
Yeah, so he stops the power destiny, which is fine.
It helps him a fair bit.
He gets 2 draws. One of them's getting canceled by Cassian. All the ships are immune to less than 5. So Leia's transport is because of Poe. Actually, Leia's transport's immune to less than 7, I think, with we're in attack position now. So, and he doesn't have Thrawn up there, so Eli's just immune to less than 6. That's a 5, so he doesn't crack it.
You can cancel that redraw with Tarkin.
Yep. Which I think you let him. Yep.
And then this will get
That's
canceled.
unfortunate. Yep. So.
Well, he's not.
I mean, you gotta cancel with cat. Well, so he's looking at it and saying your total is 5. No, you're 5. He's not fully immune to. Wildcard's not immune to that.
But he's also. Oh yeah, it's Leia's. Never mind. I thought it was Bright Hope randomly. So yeah, he's gonna to play to Cassian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Leia's, but you get the immunity because of the.
No, I just thought it was for some reason. I thought it was Bright Hope. So
I mean, why are you not putting the Incom Engineer out of play? Okay,
it has to be a unique character.
Is it? And then losing it. So why is he? Maybe he's losing Cassian to cover the battle damage.
No, just place a character.
Yeah, he must be losing Cassian to cover battle damage. So, and then, Greg should have been immune to that.
Yeah, I don't know why somebody forfeited something. If
I could see
if Gogolen's forfeiting Cassian, then
I could see Gogolen losing the battle. Greg should be immune because we're in attack position now.
Unless something else was adding 1 to it, because Ray adds 1, so that was a 5.
Yeah. So, or Gogolen forgot that.
Oh no,
Poe adds to the immunity.
Eli's only 4.
It's less than 4, but then it should be 2 more from we're in attack position now. We're in attack position now. Yep. Each capital starship with a pilot aboard is immune to less than 4 or adds 2 to immunity.
Oh yeah, I figured Greg was losing to battle damage. I don't really know why Greg lost Cassian, or Gogolen lost Cassian though.
Yeah, if Gogolen won the battle, I don't know why he lost Cassian. If he lost the battle, I don't know why Greg lost anyone. So
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think Greg might have lost the battle, which again then means
But he had
why was
barely
Gogolen
any.
losing anything? Just because he
Well,
wanted to activate a force? Okay.
but I mean, he still has a force down, so I don't
Yeah, but
really know.
his activation's low enough, like he might need to. It might have been worth saying, well, Cassian did his job. Now I'll lose him and activate one because all my ships are immune to less than 5. So Cassian's forfeit is somewhat immaterial. Like if you lose Cassian, you got to lose something else, anyways. I mean,
I mean, and
Greg's still
Shaw,
got close to 20 cards down.
yeah.
And there we see the you may start your we're doomed to stop the you may start your landing. And the changing to get rid of the force push.
Put 2 cards
So
out of play with that. That's impressive.
yeah, that's a solid. That worked out well for him.
I never get changing to go off. They usually just stop searching whenever I have it randomly.
I love changing for that. It's so much fun to just. I've got one in. I had a Luke Saga deck that was super choky, so I was running like too close for comfort and some of those things. So I also ran changing because you can just go get it with the Radiant 7 puller.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. That turn went from, well, Shaw's still causing damage to, well, no, Shaw took a damage.
Yeah. And I mean, Greg's in kind of a tough spot here. Like you have to, I think you have to battle there, and you just have to shoot something.
The
Like
problem
you're
is
gonna have to just wear him out on guns, but you're gonna lose
you're gonna lose so much in the process.
potentially losing 2 dudes to Battle Destiny. Like, but I'm not even sure you're up in power. You might be up a little bit, but not much. You have Krennic, who I think stops your Battle Destiny from being canceled, but you're only drawing one anyways.
Well, no, he has Merrick there too.
Yeah. Merrick doesn't, I think, or does, I
Merrick
thought
stops your
Steele's
battle to dynasty
while
from
being
being canceled.
piloting.
Yeah, while piloting something, because
Apparently have no idea how Merrick's Steele, okay. While piloting, opponent may not cancel or substitute draws. Okay. Took me like 7 tries to look out Merrick Steele because Merrick and Steele were not spelled how I thought on Gems. I was like, whatever, it's reach. Fine. Like, I don't know that Greg has much else he can do here. He can't go below the generators unless he moves in a site.
no, and he's
He
about to
can't
lose
move without
space.
controlling. And yeah, he's going to get blown out in space unless he, like,
Shuttle
I don't know what
something
he does
below.
in space. And even then, like,
Then he's losing ground.
yeah, he's got to have the command still. Like, Greg's in a rough spot. I think they're all actually
They're all
there,
there.
Nick. I think he moved everyone and
Hey,
piled them
Blizzard
in.
2!
So there's the card Greg was looking for. I don't think it helps him at all right now, though, really. Like, and I don't think putting it there helps him really at all.
Uh,
So he moves Krennic up, moves Steel up.
I think he's abandoning the third marker.
Um, yeah, I mean, maybe he has to. Like, abandon the third marker. You get to still, I mean, you ping for 1, like, I guess. Yeah, I'd go the other way with that. I'd move Blizzard 4. Oh, okay. So he's moving everyone. I don't like that because Scout 1 reacts over its only ability 1. Although I don't think he's got anyone that can go at. I don't think Chris has anyone who can go at Blizzard 2 right now.
He's got 2 cards in hand, so
Yeah. And you do still have Blizzard 1's forfeit as it's crashed. So, like, worst case scenario, like, all right, well, I'll forfeit Blizzard 1 and move on.
I'll sell the pile of junk to the Jawas
Yeah.
and Hoth.
It's crashed. You could have your 1/4 portion. Thank you very much. He only saved one though. Well, he can echo base destroyed.
Yeah.
Like he's got a command, or he's gonna get annihilated in space.
I think he just threw the forfeit up there so he doesn't have to take damage.
I'm not sure that that's gonna save him. Like that's
I
might
mean,
not be enough forfeit. That's the scary thing is he's looking at 3 battle destinies up there
he's got like
and a pile of power. Like
20 something forfeit. He's got 3 ability 3 guys.
yeah, I guess that might be his. That's his only out right now is he's got a bunch of forfeit up there. So Chris is figuring out how he wants to do this. So he's battling first, which should turn his weather vane as well.
Yeah, he did not turn his weather vane.
I don't know if he did when he drained. I think he did. And there's Greg doing the thing. Weather vane's a May. Yeah, if you just force drain or initiate a battle, it's not a May. So
Oh.
and he drew a 2 for battle. Oh, that's gonna be rough.
I mean, that should clear him whether it's causing overflow or not.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna overflow. I mean, you were right. Like he's got the 20, but he's still got the power and stuff. Like that definitely was a brutal beat though. Like Greg knew that was a possibility.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, everything's sitting on table.
yeah.
Like he sees you're drawing all of these battle destinies. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah, there's I think Greg tried to at least bluff the command, but like you're still starting that battle even if you have the command.
Yeah,
Like if you're
probably.
Chris, you're like, fine, command me. Like I'm still ahead of you in
Oh,
power.
he
I'm
still has
still
force to lose. Oh,
oh wow. Oof. That's
wow, and
ooh,
8. Yeah, that was rough.
that was rough. That was a whole pile of force
Yep.
in a bad way. That was not. And he puts Walkland out of play to retrieve one.
I wonder if time was just called.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, the weather vane not getting moved was a mistake. I think he could have done that. Um, and Walker
Yeah,
sighting to he
time
can't
must have been
retrieve
called.
with it though.
I think he just realized he forgot the weather vane and
Yeah.
just pointed at it.
Well, I texted Chris to tell them it needed to happen. So
What, the weather
oh,
vane?
and yeah, because the weather vane didn't get turned and it's not a voluntary. But he can play
Oh,
Walker sighting just to add the +2 to power. So he can just drop the weather vane and like, okay, it is what it is. It's like 16. So I think it's 16 minus Greg's.
yeah.
So not a ton. Like this is still
This is a
the winner of game
potential.
2
Yeah.
wins the
This
match
is
in
not
all
what happened
likelihood.
in Mike's game.
And it looks like Jeff defeated Hayes in game 1 by 9. So I appreciate they're playing that out. That's cool. Like I thought there might be a chance that would end up not getting played
Yeah, I
out.
did too.
So
Yeah,
I
Gogolen won
appreciate.
this.
Yeah, Gogolen won. I'm not sure by how much. So
I would imagine anywhere from like 6 to 8, somewhere in that range.
and they'll be getting started here. I'm going to step away for just a second again.
We'll see. let's see, what's the other side is. So the other side is Walkers versus RTP. And I think Greg might have the advantage on that one. So we'll see if he gets all the bad stuff to go wrong early for him, or if they'll actually get to play a game where things go right. So, but yeah, Garrett took a break. We'll take a break, let these guys take a little quick break. I think they're gonna take a break. We'll see. I don't want to leave and have them start up again. Yeah, it does look like they're gonna take a break then. So I'll take a quick little break. I'll leave this up just so we can see when they start, but we shall be right back.
All right.
All right, we are back for game 2. Chris ended up pulling out the first one with a +7 on it, so
So now
definitely
we've
not
got
an insurmountable lead for him. It kind of comes down to this game for sure. So go
and we've
ahead,
got Chris going with
Walkers.
Walkers, I believe, against Rescue the Princess, and this is I think part of why Rescue the Princess was very popular is it tends to do decently well against Walkers.
Yeah.
So let's see if that holds out.
Well, and we'll see if Chris maybe had some tech cards put in
Yeah,
on the
like
possibility of playing RTP. So Bill did say in the chat that Chris should have a line. There is a line for Walkers to get a win by single digits, but
so we see
I
you may
still
start
think
your landing. I don't know if he wants Echo Base destroyed. He gets a third, he should have a fourth effect there. I don't hate Echo Base destroyed. I wonder if he wants to get down one of
I think you might want to
Decree
go
virtual or non-V. Like I think you might want Decree over your code clearance. I'm good with non-V. Like Leia adds to the drain. The site adds to the drain. Like
right.
and Greg says, "Oh, we're going damage mitigation. Oh, well, fine. I'll start with chance instead of Walkling."
Yeah.
So he's got what chance, blaster, a good blaster at your side, and sell 2187. So both players kind of said, "Okay, this matchup. Here's the line. We both know how this has to go. It's simply a question now of whose deck doesn't utterly fail them the way,
Game 1 was.
frankly, both did game 1. Like game 1 was brutal." So all right, so we're just seeing the start now. Like they shuffle it up. Like this is going to be, I think, fairly non-interactive.
Yeah.
I think the only way we're going to see interaction is if one of them gets the like perfect go interact and mess with people hand and is confident the opponent doesn't have a way to stop it. So like you're talking for Chris, something along the lines of here's a choke Vader and I know he can't stop me. Yeah, choke Vader and Tarkin, and I know he doesn't have Blast the Door Kid, and I know Obi's not out, and like I have to be able to go do this and clear, kick Leia back, take over for a turn. And I think the flip side would be, for Greg, and you probably want to switch the names on the who's the dark side and light side
Oh, thank you.
on the stream, but for Greg, like it's going to have to be I know he doesn't have trample. He left a guy alone. He left a walker alone. Here's Han with his gun and try and make something happen. But I'm not sure if the new heavy blaster. Oh, the heavy blaster pistol does not target vehicles. It's just targets characters. So that's going to be also like
Luke's targets vehicles, doesn't it?
It might. I just looked up Han's. So
No,
Luke's blaster pistol.
It's the hunting rifle.
Target a character for free.
No, hunting rifle also only hits characters.
The non-V Luke's blaster pistol targets character, creature, or vehicle. I think some of those we took that line off on V cards because it's a space saver. Right. And how often do we need to target vehicles? And then we made this Walker's deck that turns out to be very good, and also we have no way to now we can't target the vehicles. Like these would be, all of this would be much more interesting if Han's gun and Luke's gun targeted vehicles like Leia's gun. Gogolen and Shaw in the top 4. That's nothing wrong with that. They both have been good players for a long time.
Shaw hasn't played at the last few events, so it's actually a surprise to see him up here. Actually, good. This is Gogolen's first event in a while too.
Gogolen was at the last Worlds I was at. Gogolen, this might be his first top 8 in a little while, but he's been at events.
No. I mean, he wasn't at. Yeah, I don't think he played an event last year.
He might not have. I don't think he was in Vegas.
He wasn't in Vegas. I don't think. Was he at Indy? He wasn't.
I don't think he was. No.
Yeah, he wasn't in Atlanta. Yeah, the non-unique targets vehicles.
The Uncivilized Blaster, which is actually unique. It just.
I thought he was asking the other one. I thought he was talking about non-virtualized, not non-unique.
Oh. The Uncivilized Blaster will target vehicles, but I don't know how many of those he's running. Thank you. So, and again, I think that's only going to come into play. Oh, he got the code clearance at opening hand. That's huge. I think the blasters getting targeted only comes into play if Chris leaves an opening, and I don't think Chris is going to leave that opening. If I'm Chris, you don't leave that opening. You just go for the, don't be stupid, pour out the damage as much as you can. And
in theory, Shaw could go OB Uncivilized and attack into that, but
So interestingly enough, we did see a little bit of Chris's hand. He running Emperor's Enforcer Vader instead of Choke Vader. He's got a pretty solid hand going there. He doesn't have a cannon on. This would be the time to attack Blizzard 1 if you're going to take any shot at it.
That's what I was saying. Shaw, if Shaw has OB and Uncivilized Blaster, maybe you go after this because you do.
Yeah, I mean, that still feels like a terrible. You shoot at plus a couple, but the Blizzard 1 is still armor
8.
Yeah, 7, and then I think Veers makes it +1. Yeah, it's 8 with Veers. So the Uncivilized, you'd still have to draw a 7, I think.
Yeah.
Is the Uncivilized a +2?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so you'd still have to draw a 7. I don't think you're.
If you have maybe Blaster Proficiency, you can add 3 or 2, but now you're asking for a lot of cards in your opening hand to just.
And that's that falls into what I was talking about, where I think the only way you're going to see some of that interaction is just if you have the crazy hand.
Right.
And again, that would be such a risk for Greg, where it's if this goes poorly, I might just lose the game right here.
Right.
So, and there we see Chris stack a couple cards on the power.
It goes on that site.
Yeah, they go on the site with the power site. I don't know what we're struggling with here.
The remnants of the last game they played.
So what all is going on? So there's Han with the Uncivilized Blaster, so
right.
He had the blaster, just
free Leia.
And then I think you're just moving him over because again, both players are just looking at this going, we need to just maximize damage.
Yep.
Yep. This is we got to run this.
I mean, Gogolen has a choice here because we know he has the Invader's Enforcer. He could make a run at attacking Shaw here.
Yeah, I mean, because Vader can come down and cancel Han's text. So you're only getting one battle destiny. He got the ping. Neither player put out battle plan, which I think makes sense. Although I will say I'd expect Gogolen will probably put it out
at some point.
Just to stop. He wants to slow him down because Gogolen is much more likely to be able to hold the system. Like here, he's throwing the system down.
And he's up 7 force right now, essentially.
Yeah. So again, just slow the game down is on his side.
But he did miss the gun pool. So
he missed the gun pull a second time.
Well, no, he pulled target the first time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, missing the gun pull is unfortunate, and I think that's why he's not putting out the third marker. Because there's no reason to give up that extra force and go to a site I can't defend. And as he now immediately deploys the third marker.
They listen to Garrett and go, "What does Garrett say? We're going to do the opposite."
Yeah. Garrett said, "Do something." No.
No. That can't be right. When was the last time Garrett did top 8 at an event?
It's been a while. So.
Oh, look, there's both cannons.
Yeah, like now he's got the cannons to go, and yeah, I think not going after Leia was the right play. Like I do think now you've got to drop battle order though. Yep.
Yeah, I also think that going after Leia
and Greg's got to pay it. Yeah, I think Leia would have been a trap. Like maybe you can do something interesting with it, but it sure feels like a trap.
And not the light side guard. So yeah, Greg pays. I mean, he like you said, he has to. I mean, he's got to flip. So
yeah, I think he takes a drain of 3 there, which is
Greg's hand. I mean, Gogolen's
feels bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think Gogolen's hand is definitely very good, and again, he's got to just turn this into a race. Like this is going to be a somewhat non-interactive race, but he's in a much better position to take. He's in a better position to be able to go light than Greg is, because Greg has to be concerned about just like here's here comes Vader and Tarkin, and this is bad.
Well, now he doesn't have to worry about some of that. Right.
Is that a Leia's gun or is that Han's gun?
I thought that was Leia's gun.
And then here's 3PO to start the ping.
No, that's Han's gun.
Yeah, I think it's Han's. Like Leia's is a little different image.
Yeah.
There's a 3PO so we can start the ping going. And Han gets his own gun, gives the uncivilized blaster to Leia just because. And 4 force for Rey.
The dumbest card in Star Wars.
I mean, Rey's now the use pile pulls at least only once per game. So, but yeah, she's still very, very strong. So. And perfectly, I think Greg is doing this exactly the way you're supposed to. Like, I'm just going to spread and start trying to cause damage and move 3PO over, get one more ping.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, move Leia over.
Do the opposite of what Garrett says.
Garrett said get 3PO with a rebel. As long as, that's what you wanted to do. And I said he should spread, and he's just going even more aggressively spread. See, like this is where I'm kind of I worry a little bit about leaving Han there alone. Like, I think you're probably going to be okay.
He probably has a blast the door kid.
Yeah, and that would be he probably has a blast the door kid, and I don't think Gogolen's got a way to stop that.
And Gogolen has 17 force active right now. That's a lot. But I also think Shaw needs to, I think Shaw wins this game more if he gets Gogolen to commit something to his sites that he can interact with too.
Yeah, I mean,
because
at this point, I think Gogolen needs to make sure he gets Decree in play. Like, he's got 2 drain bonuses going that he needs to. So I think that needs to be priority, is just get Decree in play. So it's get a walker at the 4th marker. And, you're unfortunately losing one of the, missing the cannon's pull slowed you down. And that's bad. So. All right, so he's thinking hard, I think. Yeah, he's got a pile of force to work with. It's just.
Yeah, he should have 17. I think he saved 2.
I think he's trying to figure out is Han a complete trap? Like, is it better to go after him right now and try and get this, try and really slow Greg down? Or is it better to go after him the other way?
I mean, ideally, if he could go like Vader to Han and like maybe P-59 to Leia's, then he could grab the Blast of the Door Kid and get one of those battles through.
Yeah.
And because if he drops P-59 to Leia's side, he can always shoot 3PO and pings.
Yep.
So it's just whether if he's got.
And honestly, P-59 to ping off to kill the 3PO ping.
Yeah.
I don't hate.
I think it's both reasonable, and as long as he grabs Blast the Door Kid, just in case,
Yeah.
Shaw's got,
because he's got the Gick on the off chance of a rebeat.
But he also has Force Push too to save Vader too.
Yeah.
Because I think Shaw would. I mean, he'd almost have to keep Han alive, so he can flip.
Yeah, but if you just cancel Shaw's
second Han too, but
yeah,
this is an interesting spot for sure.
Yeah, this is not an easy spot because there's definitely 2 absolutely potentially correct lines of play, which is, do I go after him? Or do I just cancel Decree and call it good?
So he's got 17. Vader plus P-59's 10. You can still drop. Well, I guess I don't know how much the idiots and the walkers cost, but I guess most of those are 6, not 5. And you'd need 18 to do what I'd want to do anyway. So yeah, he does have to make the decision on whether to get. But he's also, if he does that, he should be able to, in theory, clear. Oh, I guess P-59 doesn't make him forfeit 0.
Yeah, like that'd be the downside. If P-59 doesn't necessarily by himself clear Leia, it just takes out 3PO. It
takes out the ping. Yeah.
Yeah, like the taking out the ping is very good. But it doesn't, and he's still getting the blaster ping if he doesn't kill Leia, though.
Right.
So, like, this is it's not an easy call.
Not if he draws less than 3PO's forfeit. Like, if he draws low on the Battle Destiny draw, then 3PO can stay alive.
Yeah.
So then Leia can stay alive. Sorry, not 3PO. 3PO's dead no matter what if P-59.
Yeah, if he shoots 3PO, 3PO's done.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is an aggressive line.
Yeah, and he knows the Blasted Orchid.
Yep. And there we're grabbing it.
Sean's like, here, grab it. Grab it. I don't have anything else to grab. Grab it.
Please. I do think grabbing it's the right play. I think it's the question is, do you grab it for free or do you pay? Because he does have the tentacle grabber.
Yeah.
So
now he's gonna get pinged for 3PO, pinged for a good blaster, and drained at the power control. Unless he moves the two guys over. But then, like, I think if you move the guys over, then you run into sorry about the mess too. Like,
well, it's not even sorry about the mess. Han's gun just fires in control phase.
Right, that's right.
If you were going to go after Han, you needed to go after him and battle. And like, I don't know that I would have hated that. Like, drop Vader and P-59 on Han, cancel his text, battle, shoot him, try and shoot him.
He's gonna blast
the blast the door kid would have changed it all anyways. Like, and that might have been why he didn't do that. Is the blast the door kid stops that? But that would have been your play to just stop him from getting the flip.
Right. Well, but this is so like what I would have done was gone Vader to Han, P-59 to Leia's, battled Han first. You battle for free with Vader. He's going to have to. He probably is going to blast the door kid that. So then you grab it. You battle with P-59. You shoot 3PO, and maybe clear Leia. If you don't, you move Vader over in front of Leia, because Vader doesn't want to stay in front of Han either way.
Yep.
And then you're still getting pinged, but you've removed 3PO, and you still have the force push in he's got force push in his hand to save Vader if he needs to. So
I think that would have been the better. I think that would have been the better line. I think you're correct there. So it would have been a line. Like, it's not a guarantee.
No guarantee any of that's better. That's just my thinking on it. Like, I think you have to suspect that he's got at least a blast the door kid, and I think what Gogolen has done is not like you're kind of playing into RTP by leaving guys there on their turn.
Yep.
They just have so many battle tricks that you could put yourself in a sticky situation quickly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm a little concerned about for him as well. Like, honestly, he may not have the sorry about the master. I think he would have absolutely sorried P-59 already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you actually sorry Vader if you can. Oh, I guess he's immune to it. Never mind.
Vader's immune, so no, you can't.
Yep.
Good call, but yeah, you can't. So unless you put Padme down first somehow. I've actually done that before. Put Padme down and then clashed Vader out. So Luke's going to make things interesting, though.
There's Leia's gun, right?
Yep, that's Leia's gun. That's...
Or is that Luke's
potentially going to be rough. No, that was Leia's.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah.
Leia's gun could be rough. Although, I don't know how much force Greg has left there, because Leia's gun does cost 1 to fire.
He's got a fair bit.
And then, you move the Uncivilized onto Luke.
No, he deployed Luke's gun on Luke. So Leia's got 2. She's dual wielding over there.
All right. Well, he doesn't have superficial, so like, you take her down, you take them down, you'll start losing the guns. Like he can't stack the guns, so
Well, but where else is he going to put it? 3PO?
yeah, I don't think he can put it on 3PO.
Yeah.
No, it's more if you can get the kills through, like that's actually going to be a big deal just to keep those from coming back.
That was
I don't know who he shot at, but that's going to miss no matter what. That's a,
P-59.
I figured that, but that ain't hitting anybody.
Hit 3PO.
Yeah. Yeah. You hit 3PO, you cause the 2 force loss, and you stop the ping.
There's the Destinies that would have hit P-59.
Oh, yeah. Those were doing good. All right. There's another shot that should hit P-59, though.
Yep.
And you're fine with that. And there's a slight weapons malfunction to add a Destiny, and we're going to grab that. All of which is perfectly reasonable.
Yep.
So let's see. Like, I don't know what else we're going to see here. Yep, just Battle Destiny. And is Gogolen just not drawing, or
No, I think he was just looking.
probably deciding if he wanted to Dark Time one of those?
Yeah.
Ooh, that 4 is just 3PO. Yeah, that was what I was a little worried was this is what's going to happen. If you go after him, you're just eating a bad battle coming back the other way, and there's no good way to get out of that.
No.
So,
the other line would have been to just, like you said, deploy a walker, get Decree going. Like, I mean, you started Decree.
yeah, like you started Decree and you're not doing anything with it. Like I would have just dropped another walker, gotten Decree going. That cuts all those drains down quite a bit. It's just, pay 3 to drain for 1 and 1.
Right.
Like you got rid of the ping, which was nice, but like that feels like not enough for all that you committed into getting there.
Yeah. The
That,
results of it, he took a lot more out of it damage wise than
yeah,
I think Shaw
just
did. I
to,
mean, just the drains and stuff alone did a lot of damage to him.
yeah, and doing all that just to get rid of a single ping of 1 and not drain and not give up some of that other stuff is, yeah, I guess you got 2 force loss from P59, but like that's not exactly what you're looking for. So he shows the 4, which should be enough to blow the generators. Yep. So that's going to cost him 5.
There goes the second 3PO.
All right. Now I think you need to just get Walkling up and running.
Walkling.
Decree, I mean, excuse me,
Okay.
Walkers.
I was like, he just lost the Walkling.
Yeah, that's what I saw, and it just was it's been a long, long weekend. A lot of cards I've looked at. So I see something and just my mind hits to that. So he uses no escape to go get back Vader. That's fine. I think you need to you need to get somebody to
Need to keep Greg honest, and
you need to get Decree in play.
I think that's what he's gonna do.
Like drop a walker and start, and there's Decree, the other Decree.
Yep.
So now the pings are going to be 1 each way.
Piece. Yep.
So many decrees.
Oh.
I will say Gogolen missed a chance to use the gorgeous foil AI virtual decree that is out there. Like, that's one of those things our graphics team, one of the cards our graphics team made that's just, it is nothing but gorgeous. There's no other way to describe it. It is an absolutely stunningly beautiful card. Yeah, why are you grabbing? Yeah, grab Blizzard too, dude. He's using Echo Base Destroyed to get a Hoth icon card.
He's just rubbing that salt in the wound there. Like, that's just mean. Look, I can pull Blizzard 2 now.
Yes. Greg, you know what this card is? So. I think you got to drop another walker down. Like, I think you want to.
He can
I
either
guess it
drop a
doesn't
walker
matter.
or he could go to space.
Yeah, if you have any space, I might just go super light to space if you can. Just like, all right, here's Eli and ship. Or
I think he's
I don't
got
think
Mara
does
in
he have a
hand.
ship? Oh, Mara would be an easy one. Yeah.
I think he has a Mara and ship in hand. And he's deciding, I think he's deciding between backing up the Lone Walker or dropping Mara. I'm pretty sure the decision of dropping Vader to one of the sites and battling with an empty reserve deck is gone, but
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd probably leave the extra walker and.
he saves it. Okay.
All right.
And he doesn't battle, so Shaw can retrieve.
Yep. And that's, I think, what's going to actually start to hit real hard.
Yeah. That's going to add up.
Yeah. And what chance? Gogolen's only ever going to get 3 battlegrounds, so he can't get ahead of him for what chance. So, that they're both just taking 1 from the pings, which is nice.
Right. But Shaw's been
But
paying continuously to drain, whereas
Shaw's a
Gogolen
little bit
has.
ahead on damage. And
Yeah,
Shaw's going to stay a little bit ahead on damage. Plus, he gets the retrieval. So now, Shaw, basically, what Gogolen has to do now is figure out how to get it to 7.
Yeah. That was a rough loss off the top there, the Eli. He might have wanted
Yeah.
that.
I mean, if he's got the Marin ship, I think you're like, okay, I'm not going to lose more than.
Yeah.
You know.
He also has to be careful because I think he only had 15 down, so he's not got a ton.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh, that was big.
Oh, yeah, that's monstrously huge. That might have just taken it from I'm not sure I can call it to. Oh, and the
Ezra.
Ezra, yeah, he's going. Greg is going all in on the I'm going to spread out and I'm going to cause as much damage as I can. And I mean, that's all you can do. Like, that's what you've got to do there. And Greg also saves a bunch. Let me see the dark time to activate 1.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised Chris didn't go to space, but he's got like 14, 15 cards.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Like, he didn't leave a card in reserve. Like, you almost have to. I think you had to go after Ezra. Like, that Ezra's going to be the killer. Like, you got to get Vader in there.
Yeah, and I also wonder if he changed his plan last turn in the middle of his turn and that, because I mean he saved 5 or 6 force. He can activate pretty much whatever he wants right now. Anyway, so he missed. I don't think he paid to drain last turn with the site. So like, it feels bad that you saved 5 or 6 and didn't pay to drain. Like that feels really bad. No, it's not Mara, is it?
No, that's
I don't know what
that. I think it's a starter strider.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense why he didn't
So,
deploy it then last turn because it costs.
yeah, he probably couldn't afford it.
Yeah. But now he's letting Shaw retrieve again. That's ugh.
Yeah, and honestly, the Ezra being left there just feels so bad.
Yeah.
Like that Draina 2 is rough. I'm wondering if I might have even just gone into space without Thrawn. Just been like, I'll leave it empty or I'll shuttle up Ozzel and take that risk because this is all I can do.
Yeah.
And using Unita to put Garrison out of play. So Chris can't retrieve it and use it to cancel the Ezra drain for a turn.
Yep.
There we see the 2 pings and now a drain of 1.
Well, no, drain 2. It's at the
Oh, the drain of 2, yeah.
now drains of 1.
Drain of 2. No. Yeah, and then 1 and 1. And I think Chris is doing the math here and
yeah,
saying, I don't know if this is going to work out in the way I need
I
it
think
to.
Shaw's he's just gonna keep dropping. I mean, Gogolen has Vader, so he can drop him in battle somewhere, probably Ezra, but
Yeah. But like, does he even need to?
well, I mean, he's got to do something to that drain.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, if I'm Shaw, I think I'm perfectly willing to just go, okay.
Oh yeah. Shaw is like cool.
Yeah, okay. We're yeah.
Yeah.
Chris has got to do something. He losing the garrison, so he can't go after him. Like I think you just activate all but 1 because you're going to need to drop him, and you've got the prepared defenses in hand.
Right. So,
but like Blast the Door
Shaw's,
Kid is going to cancel the battle in the Wonker Cave.
Shaw's taking 5 here. Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
so.
Drains of 2, 1, and 1, and then 1 total for the ping because he gets to reduce it. And we see the retrieval.
And Shaw will not get to retrieve if he battles, but
Yeah, but that
I mean, Gogolen's
Shaw's
taking 1,
Shaw's got
2,
more than
3,
7
4,
down, I
5,
think.
6 damage next turn, so he'll be down to 2 cards.
Yeah. So, and there's the Blast the Door Kid. I mean, Blast Door controls V, like, you're so rarely initiating battles with walkers. I can't envision needing that card in here. Like,
Yeah, Shaw still has like 14 force.
yeah, Shaw's way ahead. Again, you're rarely initiating battles. Like, I would not be the least bit concerned about starting that card. It's a great card, but your deck is not at all designed for it.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, Gogolen's down to 3, and he's gonna do another 5.
yeah, that's game. Gogolen's down to 3. He can't get. Well, I guess he won the first game by 7. Like, he can theoretically get there, but he's not going to. No, I love Blast Door controls V. I just don't think there's any reason. Ooh, he's got a 7 there as well.
Like outside of RTP, there isn't anything that really needs. Like I don't know. Like I just don't. I wouldn't be playing it in a lot of decks right now either.
I mean, I'd be playing it in a decent number of decks, but not in walkers. Like walkers is
Probably
likely
not a lot of decks.
one deck I would absolutely not be playing it in because they can't barrier your walkers. Okay, well, it's fine. I just don't think it's necessary.
Oh, and he drops Ahsoka there. That's pretty good.
And drops the walkling just for giggles, so he can retrieve one if he needs to. Yeah, that Ahsoka's gonna. He's now outpowering Vader as well.
Yeah.
So.
But if he wants to retrieve with the walkling, he needs to do it now.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. Gogolen could easily just that.
It doesn't matter. He's up by more than 7, and the 7 for Destiny.
Yeah.
Gogolen draws a 3, so it'll kill Ezra, which is fine. Vader dies, which is far more important.
Right.
So there's the recycle. Yeah, I mean, There goes the walk lane, just
Yeah.
because.
No, Shaw took over a few turns ago.
Yeah, Shaw's been in control the whole time. This is what we talked about early with is I think part of why Rescue the Princess was so big is because it's very good against walkers. And this is exactly what you saw was just this deck's gonna beat walkers very consistently. So Shaw advances to the finals. Do we have
I don't know if
Hayes
might be
versus
able,
Jeff?
I think that one's still going.
Doesn't look like we have a final yet. So congratulations to Greg Shaw making another finals. Both players played very well, and now Greg gets to face the winner of Jeff Levine versus Hayes Hunter.
Yep.
For a chance at another major title.
Yep. So, I guess we'll take a break until then.
Yeah.
Unless wait, might be
Are
able
they
to
all ready to?
No, we might be able to watch the other one once I remember how.
All
Well, I gotta remember which browser was logged into Twitch.
right, I'll let you figure that out while I take a second.
So, I'm logged in. Yeah, this one's logged in. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Do that. Oh, we got that. Oh. Never mind. Streamlabs is terrible. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I can kind of commentate, but y'all won't see it.
Yeah, that.
You can hop over to Twitch
Yeah,
TV.
it's on DTAR Tag 1.
Yep.
Isn't it? Yeah, let's.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to hop over to that and see. Oh, this is an even harder angle to see.
Yeah.
I'm also not sure who.
I think Hayes is on the left because that's QMC.
Yeah, good point. Because yeah, Jeff was on Watch Your Step. So Hayes is on the left with QMC versus EOPS. Jeff won the first game, so it's a question of if Jeff can win or hold on by enough because QMC looks like it's kind of in control.
Yeah, and I mean he's got celebration set up, so
Yeah. So Jeff's going to have to do something to shut that celebration down. It looks like they're in move phase.
Yep.
And Hayes is just splitting everybody out. And looks like he's got his other celebrations stacked on sand.
Yeah. And it looks like he's got plenty of force to do stuff with.
Yeah, I think he's probably. It looks like he might be ahead enough here to take this down.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell how much Jeff has got.
I can.
He's using Sith Fury to grab someone on Hayes' turn. And Hayes is going to sense it. Oh.
There we go.
All right. That might signal the end there for Jeff. That was a little rough. I think he was hoping that one would go through.
Yeah, Hayes has got it pretty well set up, and there's still
Yeah, I think Hayes has got it locked down.
23 minutes left in the game. All right, well, I'll just put this, I'm going to end this stream so we can have it set for the round, and we'll come back with the finals. I would imagine it's probably 20 minutes out.
Yeah, probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I'll just put finals. I guess it won't matter. So, yeah, we'll be back. I'll come back live and just put it on the short break so everybody knows we're still here. But Greg Shaw's in the finals against either Hayes or Jeff. Hayes is looking pretty good right now, so we shall